swear to God. I swear to God. I swear.
What's up, everybody? And we right back at it with it, man. Hey, if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button. If you like the video, click that thumbs up. If you want to see some more videos, go ahead and click that notification button and click the bell notification icon to get future videos. Other than that, we're going to jump straight into today's video, which is wild as hell. Mom and 9-year-old, oh damn, 9-year-old son beaten by a group of students outside of Chicago school, man. Hey, this sound like it's gonna be a wild video, man. But we gonna jump straight into it, so yeah.
You came up with the donkey of the day.
Because you're mean.
Donkey! Oh, the day.
There's a bunch of donkeys out here in the street.
That is why Charlamagne is here.
If we live a life where we bite our tongue based off who we may offend, we never would say anything.
You don't give a damn, don't throw it up.
Who now? To those group of children and well, Busta Rhymes donkey today for Wednesday, November 19th. Goes to those group of children and teens in Chicago who decided they wanted to jump a 33-year-old mother named Corshonda Hatter and her 9-year-old son. Corshonda, I am so sorry that happened to you and your son. I refused to watch the video because reading about the story was enough to disturb my spirit. Okay, hearing the news report was enough to disturb my spirit, and I hate to disturb your spirits this morning. Well, let's go to Fox 32 for the report, please.
Well, there is outrage in South Deering tonight. A mother and child beaten on the way home from school.
The attack was caught on cell phone video and has sparked demands for immediate action. Casey Cronus is live at Chicago Police Headquarters with the latest. Casey.
That's right. And community members, as you mentioned, they want answers. Now, Mayor Brandon Johnson and other elected officials tonight are condemning the attack as well, calling it deeply disturbing. And we need to warn you, it is heartbreaking to watch this video. It happened yesterday, shortly after school dismissal, and we have blurred and frozen the video before things escalate. Chicago police are now investigating after a 33-year-old mother named Corshonda.
Hey, we gonna stay tuned. Because we're going to try to find this video after.
And her 9-year-old son were viciously attacked near 106th and Bensley. Her young daughter was also there. The terrifying incident unfolded just a couple blocks away from Orville.
You said a 9-year-old. Pause. What the hell going on? 9-year-old.
Elementary school, where the boy is a student. Corshonda says they were walking home when a group of kids began following them, then started punching and kicking the mother and son.
I hate to hear people that helpless, okay? I know we say things like hate is a strong word, and it is. And it's perfectly okay to say I hate that kind of behavior. I hate people who display that kind of behavior. I don't care that they're kids, okay? The news report said children and teens. Okay, they're children and teens, kids, whatever you want to call them. There's something you need to learn early that a lot of people learn late. And what you need to learn is there are consequences to every action. I look at this situation and I think to myself, man, I don't care what happens to those kids. But I know I'm lying to myself because I do care what happens to those kids because I understand the environment that makes those kids become those little savages, okay? I know the socioeconomic conditions that created that, not excusing their behavior at all because I want them to be punished to the full extent of the law. What I actually want to happen, or wanted to happen, was for some other adults to come through and intervene, okay, while it was happening and start beating their little ass because if you want to act grown, you should get treated grown. And say,
man, what? Look, bro. You know what? I was always, it's a different generation, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit is different than when I was growing up. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there was, there's those times, you feel me? A parent will be there supervising a fight between some kids. And I ain't gonna say kids, but let's say some, teenagers, some adolescents. You feel me? But when it comes down to it, like, we wasn't jumping nobody's mama. We wasn't jumping nobody's parents and shit like that. You feel me? Like, we was at least raised with a little bit of enough respect to be like, okay, if it did go down, it went down between, those parties supervised enough to where it's like, all right, well, hey, my son and you got a problem and I come up in there, you feel me, and we gotta regulate this shit because you ain't finna be bullying my child, you know, blase. But it came a point where it was like we had enough respect to where it was like we wasn't about to just beat up your parent, you know what I mean? Like, to an extent, you feel me? But it was like, okay, but if it was if a parent breaking that shit up between two kids, two adolescents, teenagers, whatever, that shit gonna get broke up. You know what I mean? Like, this shit's gonna be stopped. You know, to a degree, it's gonna be stopped enough. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it's like motherfuckers is jumping the parents, and that's wicked to me because it's like I'm a parent. I wish a child. I don't give a fuck. Like, I wish a child would try to jump me and my kid. First of all, me and my kids is gonna beat y'all ass. But still, it's to the point where it's like, call your mama, call your daddy. I don't want to put my hands on nobody's kids. You feel me what I'm saying? But it's like nowadays, kids is shooting. You feel me? Like, grown motherfuckers. You could be a grown motherfucker and be at the stove, and some kids will try to rob you at gunpoint. You feel me? And I don't want to say this because I don't want to get canceled or nothing like that. But it's like, man, you could be an adult at the store or leaving wherever you at, whatever, and some kids try to rob you, armed robbery you, and I'm a type of person where it's like, that's not going that well for y'all. And I'm going to fuck around and now I done killed somebody's kid, or, you know what I mean? Like, this shit is wicked. Because it's like, bro, this new generation is different. Wicked different. Because it's like, boy, nah. Y'all jump somebody and they mama? What?
Situations like this one, I'm all for that, okay? For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. They needed their little heads busted. Okay, they needed their young asses kicked. You know I am a huge mental health advocate, okay? I have a nonprofit called the Mental Wealth Alliance, and we advocate for social, emotional learning in schools. These kids need it. We really need to address youth mental health with social and emotional learning in schools. But when I hear stories like this, it lets me know we also need...
I'm sorry to keep pausing, but it's an urban problem. It's an inner city problem. You know what I'm saying? Like,
need priests to perform exorcisms on some of these kids. Okay, I don't know the ages of these kids, all right? But
these kids' parents need to beat their ass. Beat their ass. Man, if to an extent, if my kids didn't jump somebody's parent for no reason, like the parent didn't do nothing, you know, like I said, to an extent, I'm gonna whoop my what? You need your ass whooped. You need what he said, like, you need your head bust. I wish my fucking kid would go jump somebody's parents for no reason. For one, I'm not teaching my kids to jump nobody. Y'all better run them ones. If y'all think y'all finna get jumped, then y'all do something different. You feel me? But nah, what?
The ones that were teens need to face severe consequences, and the ones that weren't teens, I don't even know how you begin to punish them. Because what are they afraid of? If you jump in a 33-year-old woman and her 9-year-old son in broad daylight, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of losing? TikTok? Huh? These types of kids aren't even afraid to die because they clearly don't understand the value of life yet. Because if they valued their own lives, then they would value the lives of others, and they would never do anything like this. All right? ICE, you might be detaining and deporting the wrong people. All right? This is the epitome of we losing recipes. There was a time when kids respected the elders. And Kashonda, I know you're 33, but you're an elder to those kids. And there was a time you didn't cut up in front of the elders. In fact, whatever BS you was on, you stopped.
If you anywhere over fucking 21, you're an elder to these fucking kids. I don't care. You don't gotta be no old motherfucker, 40 years old and shit. I'm 29. I wish some teenagers the fuck would. If it ain't a life and death situation, yeah, I might knock your kid out. But if I see, I know better. I know how it is as a teenager. Like, a teenager might still shoot your ass. Kids killing grown folks.
When an adult came around, you didn't fight in front of the grown-ups, but now these kids is jumping the grown-ups. And what's sad is Korshonda said the situation stemmed from bullying at Chicago's Orville Bright Elementary School. So imagine comforting your 9-year-old, trying to protect them from bullying, and these little punks end up jumping on YouTube. Let's listen to Sister Korshonda speak, please.
They fought my son.
It's not funny, but oh
hit my son first, all in his face. Then they dragged me in the grass and pulled my little baby hair. I'm trying to get justice for my son. I'm thankful for everybody that came out here today to support me.
Man, I love us, but I love me more. And you can't use youth as an excuse to not hurt one of these kids. And if Korshonda would have had a pistol on her and let a shot fly, y'all be crucifying her right now for shooting a child, when the reality is all she was trying to do was protect herself and her.
Not me.
Okay, let me.
Not me. You sure about that? I don't know about that one. I don't know, bro. A lot of motherfuckers would have been like, hey, you shouldn't have been doing it. Like me, I'd have been like, yeah. And should, as she should. What y'all gonna do? Put it in the comments. What y'all gonna do if you ain't got kids? Say you ain't even got no kids. You with your niece, nephew, cousin, brother, sister, whatever, and they minor, and you grown, and you going to help your family member because they getting bullied in school, and both of y'all get the fuck jumped. What y'all do?
Let me tell you YN something, and let me tell you YN's parents something. Y'all better get these kids the recipes. Okay, you better monitor what they watching on YouTube and what they taking in on social media, because Satan is not playing with the minds of our children. And I don't give a damn. The first law of nature is self-preservation. If you love your child and you don't want to have to dress your child in a fresh quarter zip for their funeral, then you better teach them some damn respect. Please let Remy Ma give these youngins who jumped Korshonda Hatters and her 9-year-old son.
Because if they willing to jump you and your child, they willing to kill your child. Just be real. Like, they willing to, if they will jump you and your child, and these is kids, what won't they do?
The biggest hee-haw?
Hee-haw, hee-haw.
All right, hold up. All right, I don't want to keep watching this. I'm not going to lie to you. I want to know where the video at.
Outrage in South Deering after a mother and child attacked on their way home from school. Casey Cronus is live outside of Orville Wright Elementary School with the very latest on this story. Casey, what can you tell us?
Hi, Sylvia. This video is are now investigating. Chicago police are now investigating after the woman named Korshonda and her son were viciously attacked near 106th and Bensley. That's just a couple blocks away from the elementary school. It happened yesterday shortly after dismissal. A group of kids approached them and started punching and kicking them. Korshonda says her son has been bullied at Wright and claims the administration has not done enough to protect him. Here's what happened yesterday in her own words.
Bruh, boy.
So I asked my kids to come to the next side of the street with me, so they wouldn't get jumped.
Is she high?
And they followed us all the way there, and then they still fought us. They fought my son. They hit my son first, all in his face. Then they dragged me in the grass and pulled my little baby hair.
Is she high? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna shut up. We're just gonna leave it like that, man. Hey, what y'all think about that, man? What y'all would do? What would y'all have done? What would you do right now if you going to get your kids or your kid from school or daycare, whatever, whatnot, blah, 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 and y'all getting jumped by the kids? what are you gonna do? What would y'all do for real? Like, really implement in your mind right now what your response is gonna be, what your plan is. Cause I know what mine.
Dime, bitch. Dime, bitch. I swear to God.
Hey man, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, bro. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.
Here we go again.